Greetings, everybody. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your being here. Thank you for being here. I had a unique experience today. I was getting ready to write in my journal, and I found myself in the midst of some really unappealing thoughts that were not foreign to me. It's not like I'd never thought those thoughts before, but I heard them, loud and clear, and I felt them loud and clear. That's the way you feel in your body is a really perfect indication of what you're thinking. It's an absolute crystalline. It's perfection. It's instant. It's instantaneous. That when you start to feel like anxious or, I don't know, just gross, icky inside, when you feel your body feeling like that, you can bet that you're thinking some funky thoughts. And you can listen to my video yesterday where I spoke about the thoughts being kind of on a reel, on a reel of like a recording, spooling on and on and on, just these thoughts that are destructive, and at the same time they're creative, which is weird because they are creating this negativity, I guess you could call it, this illness, this dis-ease. Yeah. So I realized in the moment that I started to know that I was feeling off, that I had let my thoughts stray. And so I brought it back. I brought myself back to the moment. And I didn't judge myself for having those thoughts. Because truly, I did not create those thoughts. I did choose at some level to install them in my operating system, but I did not, and if I did create them, I was not in my right mind. That's the thing about meditation every day for 20 minutes, is it puts you in your right mind, which my theory and my philosophy and it's my theory, is that if every single being on the planet, no matter what their age, would sit and meditate first thing in the morning for 20 minutes, that we would be well on our way to world peace within a year. For sure. In 2 to 3 years, we would be a completely different world. That's what I believe. That's what's happened to me, is that I have become a completely different world. So it's like our feelings, our emotions, our physical sensations they're like an alert system, like burp, 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 like there's something off, in the field, and it's your thoughts. So there's no judgment. There's no, it's not like you're in trouble. You didn't do anything wrong. You just are being shown that it's time to get back to your center, back to breathing through your nose and out your nose, back to being in the present moment by just saying, okay, here I am. I'm sitting on this couch. I'm listening to some beautiful music. I'm speaking into a little rectangular box. There are dogs barking. The end of winter is nigh. Like here I am right now. And then when you're in the moment, that's when you're like, oh, well, Source is with me. I am with Source. Source is within me. And all is well. And then you're back on track. And it's really, it's probably the best idea is to just keep there, stay there, keep breathing, keep being in the moment, being in the now. And as your thoughts will inevitably start to, if you let go of that, if you let go of being in the moment, then your thoughts begin to stray and go back to their old familiar habit of, oh, I'm going to go back here because this is what I'm programmed to do. Today, when I realized that, I had this vision and it was intense. I was furious, which is a place I don't get to very often. I don't get furious, but in my vision, I was crazed. And I went over to the machine that had the tape on it, and I was just clawing at it and ripping it out and like, you're done. I'm over you. Like, goodbye. I destroyed it, like, to where it was unrecognizable. So that's one way to imagine it. But the thing is once you destroy those tapes, you need to have a backup plan. You need to have a new tape to install, like put the new tape in. And that is where we get to daydream and create and like find the thoughts that just make you feel zippy, the thoughts that make you feel joy, that make you feel safe and make you feel free, and those kind of thoughts, the good ones. And we, as I've said before, we are that powerful because Source dwells within us and gives us that power. And today I just finally said, okay, I think I'm going to need to ask for some assistance with this one, so that I can be mindful, be present, set my intention to stay in the moment in meditation, like living meditation, meditating as you live, because you're creating with every thought you're creating. So just meditate. I'm serious. Just meditate. Just meditate. Get up in the morning, get your water, sit on your buns, and breathe, and focus, and be still. Keep your body really, really, really still. Move it when you have to, but keep it still, and do it every day. And you will start to hear. You will start to hear your programming. You will start to hear what's animating you. And for most of us who sat in front of a television set or listened to a radio for years, we're pretty well programmed. When I was a little girl, that's when I did most of my TV watching, which is the worst time for a being to be plugged into the programming, but that's what happened. And then I think it was around, I don't know, the time that I discovered boys, but I didn't really hang out with boys. If I had, I would have been watching football, watching ESPN and try to keep up. I really didn't hang out with boys. I really didn't hang out with anybody that much. With one like friend at a time, basically, is how I operated. But yeah, I did watch a lot of television. before school, after school, and all the way up until dinner. We watched TV at dinner. I can remember sitting there like looking at the TV, and it was Star Trek, and like nobody was talking, and it breaks my heart right now to think that. So that's sad, but I'm fortunate because I stopped watching TV at that point. Like in high school, I didn't watch TV in high school, like really. And after high school, I went to college, and I didn't watch TV in college. And then I went on, and I think I had TV. I had cable for 6 months when my daughter was probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 or 11, where we watched really weird teenage shows. But so I feel fortunate that I stopped the programming. I mean, I watch movies for sure, tons and tons of movies. So I was still programming, watching all that Disney with my daughter. Like that's a hard one to forgive. I just didn't know better, but yeah, it's hardcore programming. So yes, we all are programmed. It is a heartbreak, and it is so sad when you think about our beautiful minds being programmed down this really dark path. But there's hope, and it starts with meditating, because meditating gets you fully aware, slowly but surely, cumulatively aware of your thoughts. And once you hear them, you're kind of like, yeah, that's not right. Something's rotten in Denmark. And it is a journey. It is a long road. It's called life. And the other thing about meditation is that it brought me back in touch with my inner being, with the divine. And that is the best part of it all, because that's where the power is. That's where the creativity is, and that's where the joy is. So I would like to just say that if you have any questions or anything, I would love to talk with you. And just want to let you know that this is where I'm at. I'm here every day. At some point, I'm going to leave this platform and go to a different platform. I don't feel super cozy here, so I'd like to be on a platform where I can speak freely and feel like I'm not always being listened to and monitored, which it is what it is here in 2021. I almost said 1921. We're in 2021. I want you to know that I send you love. It is my intention to vibrate as high as I can, to raise my frequency in any way possible, and that at some point that will touch you and help you to raise your frequency, and vice versa. The more we raise our frequency, the more we raise the frequency on the planet, and we touch every being who dwells on planet Earth, on Gaia, on Terra, every single one. So on that note, I wish you well. I send you love. Have a beautiful rest of your day and night. Peace.